So then I heard about it, and when I heard about it, it was finished for the season, and that was in September of the first year of the Góilín. And then I kept my ears open, and I heard that he reopened, or that was July when they closed in the Pembroke. And we were told the reason it closed was because they were all teachers. And they were all off for the summer. So that was that. And we had to wait around until they came back from their holidays, which they did in September. And they opened up in the Thomas house. So I started going over there, and I heard songs that I'd never heard before. Lots of them in Irish, which I didn't mind, although I've only as much Irish that could fit at the back of a stamp, and I didn't know anything about it. But I even found it a little bit intimidating because I wasn't used to this silence business, I really wasn't, because I was sort of my experience of being the singing lounges and the pubs down in Rings End where someone was asked to sing and then no one paid attention to them, more or less but that's what everyone was into at the time. And then I started going there. But for me now, when I started going to the Góilín Club, the more I went, the more I enjoyed it, because it was like a treasure chest opening, and all these songs are coming from different parts of the country, because they attracted teachers mainly. That was their scenario, the teachers club and all that, and they attracted other teachers and from around the country. And I was hearing songs that I'd never heard before, and I said, "Jeez, this is unbelievable." So I started mentioning it to the people I mentioned, Georgie Mullins, Armstrong, and McNamara's, and the Whelans, and all that gang. There's a whole crowd, much more of them. And some of them started coming, and they couldn't cope with it, They really couldn't cope with it, This thing of queueness, and the absolute silence. And I remember numerous times that they'd say, I'd be sitting with them, and they'd say, "Jesus, this is like school, Jesus, This is what they thought of it like, And I was, I'm not, throwing laurels at myself. I was like a go-between, between all the people I mentioned, which were very good friends of mine, and they were A1, they were really interested. But it wasn't their type of songs, and particularly the Irish, like myself, you were out in the cold as regards understanding them, the songs. And they weren't used to listening to people singing in Irish. Certainly weren't. And I wasn't really, but I put up with it, I enjoyed the actual singing, But with the gang, they found it very difficult. And it's only very seldom that they would come, Like if Liam was a guest, the night Liam was a guest, they came in their fucking droves, that sort of thing. But that's how I became interested, and I'm involved since.